Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to Mr. Bean.
I haven't actually seen very much Mr. Bean, but it was on in a restaurant the other day, so... Hello. I was planning on streaming for Halloween, and then I realized that Halloween was actually Deepavali. And I'm like, wait a second, that's not going to work. I have to go visit my in-laws on Halloween. On Deepavali. I knew Deepavali was coming up, but I didn't realize that it was on the 31st. Okay. My pronunciation of that is terrible. It's like Deepavali or something. My pronunciation isn't terrible. The enunciation is the where I put the emphasis is very, very incorrect. But anyway, the Deepavali went well. The neighbors had some cool chalk stuff that they did. I don't know which neighbors it was, but they made a whole thing in the hallway. And it was pretty cool. I don't know if it was the kids or what, but I actually haven't seen anyone do that before, but it was cool because the hallway outside is just concrete. So you can make do stuff with chalk on it. Very cool looking designs. Excuse me. Anyway, it was pretty cool. And I hope that they had fun with that. And let's see here. What's next on the agenda? The agenda is not looking at the Evilverse. The agenda is looking at the Insaniverse. I don't think that there were any updates to the game since... Wait, yesterday was yesterday. Yesterday wasn't... Wait, no, there wasn't an update to the game. What am I thinking? Yesterday's yesterday, not 2 days ago. Look, I'm very smart. I know how time works. I'm familiar with it. I saw that the last update was yesterday, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need to worry about it. And then I'm like, wait a second, yesterday, I didn't stream yesterday. These are the things that happen when you suck at keeping track of time. Let's see. But today, we should be able to make some good progress. We took down the dragon yesterday. Not yesterday. Look, it was yesterday. Also, the other thing we're going to make some good progress on. This is the other thing we're going to do. This is going to be a thing that happens. We are going... That's not the right thing. We are going to make progress on uploading the VODs, because the VODs are a mess. Most of them are uploaded but private because I haven't set them up correctly yet. Today I need to get my ass in gear and get all that stuff set up. I'm aware of the problem that there's a backlog on YouTube. I am aware of it. I apologize for that. I am going to get that resolved today, along with all the other shit that I have to do today, which is quite a lot of stuff. I've fallen behind on my tasks. Okay, we have the boots here. We've reached level 9, which is pretty dang good. And it's 12 o'clock, so we can go train if we want. Excuse me, I think we should do that. The other thing we can do, we have 17 grand. We can start purchasing spells that we need. And we need body resistance, I think. Is body resistance might? Yes, body resistance is might. Earth resistance is there. So let's get a might boost going. Body guild's right here.
The guild of the body welcomes you.
Okay, you don't have body skill. Let's get it. Body magic. We could buy some of the things here, but we don't need them all. We have 1 copy of body resistance. We do need cure weakness. We're going to get 2 copies of that. Need a copy of heal. Perfect. Okay. So we only need the 1 copy of heal, I believe. We have 2 copies of cure weakness.
I might be able to use it.
Can't wait to cast it.
Get body resistance on who? What are you currently keeping? You're keeping fate active. You can take body resistance.
I might be able to.
It's pretty cheap, and you're my primary healer right now. Also, it's body, and you have actually been putting points into body.
Can't
Heal's
wait.
going to a Spiritus. So a Spiritus now has the ability to heal. What other priorities do we have? Excuse me. Though it does occur to me that body resistance isn't super critical for right this moment, but it'll be important for later. I actually need to go blow my nose. I'll be right back. I just ate, and when I eat, sometimes I need to blow my nose. 1 second. I wasn't expecting to cough that much. Ugh. Should have muted my mic. Hey, live forever and ever. We don't have Torchlight. I guess we'll have to buy it. So let's go to the Fire Guild. Pick up Torchlight.
Welcome to the Fire Guild.
Let's see. Learn Fire Magic on you. Ooh, we can also learn Fire Aura.
There's no room.
Let's pick up Fire Aura. Fire Resistance. Torchlight. Torchlight is a good call. We need to have Torchlight on all the time. So, Fire Aura is probably more valuable than Fate for me right now. Did I not pick up the skill? I did. It's at the top. Don't mind me.
Can't wait to cast it.
Okay, so Spiritus can now maintain Torchlight, and we have over 90%, and Fire Aura. Fire Aura is 17. This is 34 damage to any attack. That's got to be a huge... Look at our damage now. Holy shit. What does it look like without Fire Aura? That's a huge, huge increase. Holy shit. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're making progress. So we're not going for the Dragonflies next, because the Dragonflies are for later. We have the Spirit Guild. Do we have... Yeah, we need to pick up Bless.
Welcomes you.
And it would be nice to have removed Curse eventually, but we don't need it
The
immediately.
Guild of the Spirit welcomes you.
Okay, everybody who can use it has it already.
Welcome to the Air Guild.
We have Jump available here. We don't necessarily need it yet. We have Wizard
There's
Eye.
no
Let's
room.
pick that up. We have Sparks. We don't need it. I think nah, it's too expensive. We're not picking up Jump. It's tempting to pick up Jump, but we don't need Jump as much as we need to be able to actually learn some of these skills. So, let's go train everybody in Arms Master and Bodybuilding, at
Need
the
some
very
training?
least. And probably Ascension as well. You should probably do Ascension. Ascension is a potentially useful thing for us. We may or may not get too much utility out of it.
Healing?
Because of the fact that Ascension gets expertise automatically, we have that as a free thing. So that's something to bear in mind. We can pick up Meditation, and we need to pick up Enlightenment, which Enlightenment is picked up at the the mage people, which is incredibly based.
Can I help you with anything?
And let's see here. We don't need that. We do need this. We need this. And we don't need to pick it up on you. I don't think I need mana shield at the moment.
Thanks. Come again.
It might make sense to pick up mana shield actually on a Spiritus. I'm gonna have it mana
I
shield on
help
a
you with
Spiritus at
anything?
the very least. I don't want to
Thanks.
waste my money
Come
right now
again.
because we are definitely going to run into issues where we just don't have enough cash on hand over time. That being said, we do have a lot of money that's about to come in. So that's good. So we're going to pop over to train. We're going to save the game.
Need some training?
And we have 4 levels of training that we can
That's the
do.
ticket. That's the ticket.
That
That's
seems
the
like a
ticket.
pretty good
That's
amount of
the
training to
ticket.
get done in one little thing. We can get staff up to 8. Once staff is at 8, we have the ability to get that up to expert. The next thing that I probably want to put points into is regeneration. We want to get regeneration up higher because it is a pretty high value at low tier to get it increased. Like we went from 0.1 to 0.7 by spending like what 5 skill points, like really, really solid. So we're going to get our body magic up to the point where we can make it expert, so we have our next expertise available. We are going to, I think we should pump enlightenment on Nosferatu now. Yeah, sure, Kitty. I don't know if I already said that, but I don't think I did. Let's see here. So next on our agenda is, I think, going to be pumping this just a little bit. Just in case, I don't think that this is going to interact, but I do want to make sure. I'm going to get body up to expert, and I'm going to get enlightenment up to expert after I get body up to expert. I'm not going to take this all the way to 6 until I've done that. Identify item, we can comfortably get up to 7 before we run into an issue where we're feeling like we're wasting anything. Especially identify item, we can already get mastery. So we're pumping ID up to 7. And now that that's 7, we have the ability to do disarm trap up to 7 as well. And that may be valuable to do, but it's probably not a priority right now. We have an effective disarm of 16. I don't think we're going to run into a bunch of chests for quite a while, because we're going to be ping-ponging around the maps that we've already got unlocked for quite a while, and those are all really low-level maps. So I don't think that we need Disarm Trap to be boosted. Instead, I think it might make sense to start pumping Dagger. Dagger's the first thing that she's going to want to get up to Expert, so let's do that. We're going to get Dagger up a little bit. We need to get Frost up to Expert to get access to Water Walking. So let's get Frost 1 point higher. You were getting Spirit Expert first so that we get access to Preservation. And is there an Expert spell available that I can pick up right now? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. So Spirit is up to the point where we can get Expert. We don't have the money for all of these, but so we're going to have to do some prioritization when we're doing this, but that's fine. That's the thing we can worry about when we get to it. And I think we can just start pumping Enlightenment a bit to Or do we want to get axe up? We can get axe up a bit. Doesn't increase speed until we hit expert. I think we want to get enlightenment. We don't have a lot of spellcasters right now, so getting our enlightenment to the point where they can both comfortably maintain most of the spells that I need to have maintained is a big deal, especially since preservation is going to be grotesquely expensive.
Greetings, how are you? Greetings, how are you?
Did I already get the loot?
Well, I tried.
We also did not pick up the next rank in repair. I think we might want to get repair up a little bit more. Just because I don't know how...
Didn't work.
Oh, I don't have expert in this yet. Because the expert trainer isn't in that first area. Right. Do we repair? I'm going to get repair up to 7.
Fixed it.
And that does allow us to fix this. That's a pretty big boost for somebody.
There's no room.
It was a bigger boost before. Okay, the other thing we need to do is we need to pick up our skills. A spiritist needs to pick up chain. Do we actually have any chain? We have the disheveled chain. We have some crazy stuff available once we get a little bit higher level. Oh, actually, we probably have a lot of stuff that's available right now.
See anything you want?
Okay, we're going to learn chain. Oh, you can actually learn shield. That's interesting. You can learn either leather or chain, which you don't need. You can learn chain or shield. You can learn chain or shield.
Thanks a lot.
Don't think we need any of those things. I guess, arguably, it would be a slight improvement to...
There's no room.
Something. It would be arguably an improvement to do something, but I don't remember.
Need a new weapon?
Okay. We're going to pick up the spear skill. Does anybody else need to pick up any weapon skills? I don't think...
Come again.
Oh, actually, no. Everybody needs to pick up the
new
bow
weapon?
skill. Let's pick up the bow skill now. Because we might as well before I forget. So everyone can now equip a bow. And I believe that if I equip this... Look at that. Amazing. We don't shoot. So cool! That's so cool! That changes everything. Okay, so now we can... I was legitimately, like, way too touched by the fact that... that Malekith, like, took time out of their day to just do that randomly. Like, just... Like, oh, by the way, here's the... I found the thing to, you know, disable shoot. It was legitimately touching. Okay, this is available now, so we can equip this. That is such a massive DPS boost. Unfortunately, it is spell points, which we don't have on this character, but that's fine. We have a belt of defense. We will equip that last. This is not available yet. This is might and luck. Everybody has decent might right now. Since everybody has decent might, I think I'm just going to slap it on you. We have a cloak that gives hit points. That's great. We will give that to you because you have the lowest hit points right now. Hit points also scale better on people who have the regeneration skill. And do we want to pump regen now? We want to put at least 1 point into regen, yes. Okay. Now, any other cool stuff? We have an inventory here. We have this
There's no
chain.
room.
We'll go ahead and equip this. Personality boosting cloak. Go ahead and equip that. It's +9. Don't need the trident. And that's done. So we're done with that inventory. Leather. We have a sword that we don't need. We have a spiked club. We have a very cool looking dagger here, but it's probably... Yeah, it doesn't have good enough DPS to justify equipping. We have these boots that we can't equip yet. And anything else that we need to do immediately? Toxic Cloud we can just sell. And oh, this is also chain. Okay, these are identical, so we don't need to worry about that. We have some gloves here. We have a conscript's helm. You need a conscript's helm. Done. This is going to make our lives a lot easier. We have a lot of random upgrades coming out now. AC. Person with the lowest AC is still you, so we're going to go ahead and slap this over here. We also should probably look at some of this leather and see if any of it is... Yeah, this should just be pretty much a flat upgrade. Do that. We lose a bit of speed, but that's fine. We have a lot of really good stuff. I'm actually just going to slap this on you as well. All right, so now you have a good amount of armor class. You have not quite the lowest HP of anybody in the party. And this club might
There's no room.
be worth equipping, despite the fact that it's a club that's not super magical. And we actually have this, which gives int and endurance. We will slap this onto you, because that just makes sense. Okay. Yeah, we now have 59 intellect. Okay. Next on our agenda is equipping this.
I can't carry anymore.
Was this one stronger for a second because it was... Because my might was low or something? Did I, like, I might have had low enough stats. Oh, no. I increased my intellect, right? Right, I increased my intellect, so the fire damage is doing more damage. Okay. Let's see here. Anything else that we need to do? We need to sell the stuff that we're not going to be using. You are surprisingly squishy for someone with 40 AC. Like, 40 AC coming out of the armor straight, and only 51 armor class. Huh. I guess that's what happens if you don't give someone any secondary stuff at all. But that's fine. We'll deal with that later. It's not a big deal. Next on our agenda is, I think, selling some stuff. Let's take the stuff that I think needs... Oh, right.
Who knows?
I have this artifact. This is actually a hugely improved piece of gear over what I had. Excuse me. And you know what? I'm not going to get that much gear in this next place. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to just move everybody to an empty inventory. The reason for this is that it's always kind of a pain in the ass to like look at gear that I can't equip yet and try to like decide whether I need to hold on to it yet or not. And so instead of doing that, we're just going to move on. So we're going to pop out here. We're going to get this temple done. Once this temple is done, we can go around killing all the dragonflies. With the dragonflies dead, we can then turn in every quest
Looks
here.
like this one's all right.
And that should work well. We need to cast Wizard Eye, and we can do it. That's great that we can maintain Wizard Eye and Torchlight and the other buffs that we need to maintain. You have no spells currently being cast. You do. This is 24. Oh, even just picking up the skill immediately does it. Yes, that makes sense. I could activate meditation, and I probably should, because otherwise my mana regeneration is going to be so bad. So let's just go ahead and activate meditation. Wow, that DPS. Holy shit. Alright, this might actually be fine. Our party is fairly tanky. So if we're able to kill things quickly, we actually might not have any trouble here at all. Bear in mind that these are only 2 levels higher than they normally would be. And we just killed a dragon that gave us like 5 levels, just flat out. So...
We don't need this. Let's leave it
what am I doing?
behind.
Why am I identifying stuff? Alright, we're not going to identify stuff until we finish. Because I think that's a little bit more exciting. We're adding a little bit of flanger to this. Is that... Okay, that's... I forgot they can disease me! I don't want them diseasing me. This one didn't disease me, it poisoned me, but they can disease me, and that's bad. We don't want to get diseased. I do not have cure poison. This might actually just kill me here. The poison might be lethal.
Yes.
Okay, Chopley's poison effect wore off before Chopley went down. So the boss did not quite kill us. But yeah, I need to be careful. I completely forgot that disease might come out as an effect. If we get diseased, we're going to stay... Oh, actually, never mind. We won't stay diseased that long. As soon as we get to Arathia, we can cure disease. So. I forgot about that. Still better to not get disease. Disease is a pretty major stat drop. It's my hope that we can get ourselves into the green at the entrance. Once we've cleared out this this pack here. The entrance is pretty far away from everything else. Yes, we're in the green. Perfect. So we have 2 saves here. We can save the first right now. We can save the second, I think, once we have cleared out maybe like these side passages. Ooh, we pulled way more than I intended there.
Go.
Luckily, we didn't get any reds here yet. And the spiders can't disease me, they can only poison me. So I don't have to worry about the spiders getting too out of control. Excuse me. Oh shit. Do knights probably get mastery of axe, right? It might be interesting at some point to try out a dual, a Minotaur Knight, just to see how much DPS a Minotaur Knight would do. Because I think Minotaurs also get a +1 to the mastery level, right? So a Minotaur Knight should, in theory, get access to GM in Arms Master and Axe. And so I think that might be an interesting... it might be an interesting combination.
What's some?
Yeah, we're in a very, very good position for right now, which is nice, because I was worried that we were going to get stuck in this dungeon for a long time. That's a boss, I think, right? This boss might kill us.
Ever seen one before?
Swapper? Ooh. That's a bad thing to have. Fuck. Okay. I need to be very... concerning. We need to get as far away as possible right now. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, we need to dive out of here. Ooh. Oh, I'm stuck inside. I'm dead. Damn. Okay. Yeah, the swapper is a problem. Alright, so we're going to deal with the right side first, because we have that swapper there. We need to pull that pack more carefully, it looks like. Just pull this entire rat pack. I don't think the rat pack is going to be that dangerous now. Okay, we pulled only one of the two packs instead of pulling both of them. So this is much more reasonable. We do still have a Widowmaker here. I don't know how dangerous the Widowmakers are. There's a very decent chance that the Widowmaker has the ability to one-shot people here. Why's my nose all running today? Okay, so we've got more of these. One of those is the boss. I'm actually going to dive behind here for now. Fuck, we're gonna die. Oh man, the swappers. Yeah, I don't think that is a great place to pull them, honestly. Okay. We need to... we need to grab these. I am curious if we can actually start pulling the next room before we deal with the swapper. My assumption is no. So down here, the enemies leaked but not super fast. Unfortunately, whatever positioning I had last time that made them leak slow, didn't work that time. Okay, this swapper is gonna mess me up so badly. Any way I get by without getting the swapper? I don't think so, right? So the only thing that I can think of for how to do something crazy here... Wow, that was like the worst possible run. That's really embarrassing. The only thing that I can think of for a way to bypass needing to fight the swapper right now, because I would have to kite the swapper the entire way, and I'm not sure if I can do it or not. I might be able to, and I might not be able to. Like, I don't know if I have the sauce right now to handle that. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with the bats in that corner, and I think that might just be too many bats to be able to handle in that. My guess is probably yes. It's probably 2 minutes. I'm gonna try standing right here for a second. This aggro's a bunch of enemies.
Nice shot.
We've got...
Kill me!
Okay. Let's see. Are there any other... Are there any corners in here that I could use that might actually be good? I don't really feel like there are any good corners in this place. I'm gonna fight these. Grab these. Hold some, but not all of that pack. Interesting, this is a different pack. This is the rat pack that was in there. Okay, so we pulled the rat pack from in there. Okay, this is the Widowmaker. Nope. Okay. Okay, we got a lot of things pulled here that are not the swamp. We're up to 33%. Let's see. What was stupid? Yeah. Famous mistakes. I'm not pulling any of the spiders. It's wild. 35% now without having pulled the spiders. I think I'm going to start pulling these spiders instead. I hope I don't die to these. That is way more. Wait, what? How did I get all those? Oh shit. We just somehow aggroed like that entire pack over there. Oh god, we're gonna die, aren't we? I don't know how we just got the entire pack over there. If we manage to clear this pack, we're in very good position because this will get us to 65. I don't know how we managed to aggro all the mobs in there through the wall there, but that's actually very good for us if we can prevent them from killing us before we get there. Maybe not. Maybe we won't get to 65% on this, but I think we might. Between this and the ones that we've already got. It looks like a lot of them just buried themselves in that corner, though. So if they're burying themselves in that corner, maybe it won't matter. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of this package. I'm kiting. Can't you just change the file off of read-only? That sounds horrifying. The idea of a computing class like basically training you into some weirdo like proprietary like software full of like hallucinating AI bullshit is some of the most dystopian shit I've ever heard. We're at 55%. We're gonna go save. Let's see. Do you have access to like? If a computer has Notepad, you can try like basically like purging all of that. Because, like, turning something off of read-only should be something that's done at an OS level, right? Like, how much information are they possibly storing in a fucking text document? If they're, like, storing the fact that it's supposed to be read-only into the text document itself, like, just, that sounds horrifying. Like, you've got... How much data are you going to waste? Just, like, at that point, the amount of data that's being... Like, the amount in the file, like, the amount of the file that's dedicated to the DRM is larger than the file itself. Right? Because it's, like, literally a text document. I guess if you can edit it, but you can't edit some of this stuff, that wouldn't be even like read only in the like on the OS level. That would be some. It has to be some weird DRM shit. But like, who puts DRM in a fucking text document? I get like that's so insane to put DRM in a text document, like a text file. And people wonder why I'm always saying that capitalism is the source of all of our problems. Oh, I'm in a bad position. So there's an adamantite inferno bat that I pulled. Multiple bats here. Luckily they haven't killed me yet. They should have by now probably, but they haven't done it yet, so... Oh, right, yeah, you have ranged attacks. I can't even properly kite you.
I need healing.
Oh man, this is bad. I'm gonna get killed by just a bat. Called it. Why would you need to use AI settings? Like, it's why would you need AI in a Word document? I mean, you don't, obviously. It's just so that they can train it on you. But, like it's truly horrifying. Okay, so this area is going to end up being a big problem. Actually, it might not be that big of a problem. Let's try this again. Can't jump up there, right? We're going to jump over here. We're going to get in this corner. We're going to try to clear out the things that are already here. There's quite a few of them, but I don't know if there's so many that we can't clear them. And this might be feasible. If I do this correctly, I might be able to clear those. Yeah, I mean, that's basically... I mean, to be fair, that is computing in the 21st century, right? Or, well, actually, that's just computing generally. But... I feel like there was a very small window of time during the late 20th and very early 21st century where computers were getting, like, better. Like, and easier to use. It's the loss leader thing, right? Like, loss leading as a mechanic, like as a competitive strategy, is like one of the things that I think is interesting about like the problems that we run into with like with these companies is that it's like it should be pretty obvious that places like Microsoft and Amazon are intending to eventually fuck everyone over because they're loss leaders, right? The only way for a loss leader to make sense is if you're intending to eventually crank up the price. And I think that it would be very funny if regulatory bodies were just waiting for an entity to get enough monopolistic power that they can do the cranking up the price portion of loss leading. And then they just crack down on them instantaneously with a case that's already built for them being monopolistic the second that they start boosting prices. So it's like, okay, great. People got a nice period of prolonged low prices, and then as soon as you decided that you wanted to increase the price and take advantage of your monopolistic power that you had developed, we basically just slap you with a ban hammer and break up your company. That would actually be a great way to transfer wealth out of venture capitalists and into everybody else. Because if you get good at breaking up monopolies, like, you don't have to be that disruptive to the industry as a whole in order to break up a monopoly. So, like, you can just allow the venture capitalists to monopolize an industry by dropping the prices across the board, and then just immediately break up the monopoly. And the only people that lose money in the bargain are venture capitalists, in theory. And I feel like there's, like, nobody on Earth that will complain about venture capitalists losing money, other than venture capitalists. Like, even like, traditional capitalists hate venture capitalists. Like, people who want to own factories don't want venture capitalists to exist. Because venture capitalists break all the factories. I'm basically trying to get in here, and I don't think this is actually going to work out for me. So I think I should probably just abandon this strat entirely and move on to trying to clear out the swapper. Because if I can clear out the swapper, then I have the ability to pull a lot more coherently. Okay, we have one big one, a couple little ones here. There's more than 100 enemies in here. So we've got just the one swapper now. If we could get... If we could get good, that would be helpful. Okay, we swapped it out. That's actually amazing. So the swapper got swapped somewhere else. We can refresh the party. Whew. You know, I had actually forgotten about that possibility entirely. Okay, we can actually go to here now. And if we can get this... If we can get this section mostly cleared... then that'll be amazing for me. We just want to clear out these packs as smoothly as we can.
We got it.
We've got the clear completed. Now the question is, did we kill enough of those to get the job done here? And the answer is, I don't know. So we're going to clear out a few more. Because as soon as we leave, that swapper is going to come back. Right? I don't know where it's swapped to, but wherever it's swapped to, it doesn't seem to be approaching me. So, what I'd like is to clear enough of this room that we have a fairly easy run of things. Just aggro a bunch of extra enemies.
We got it.
Okay, with 74%. There's a really big nasty bat in here somewhere. I think it's in this back room. It's just that it's not... I have to, like, approach the room in order to aggro it. That's my assumption is where it came from. Because I haven't seen it before or since. And I'm almost positive it's not in this room. We've actually cleared this room. Is that the boss? I think the boss is in that little corner. That's perfect. So if we can clear the boss here, which we might be able to do... Oh god, I need to... Ooh, that was spooky. Okay, this is just a normal Inferno bat. This is not the boss. Okay. My goal, I think, should be... We're just gonna walk forward. Oh! So this has the ability to break out of the alcove that it's in. It could just fall on me, basically. So the hope here is that... Oh, wait. It's gone. We got the fucking Widowmaker. Alright, these are all trapped here for now. And I should probably have just walked out and saved. But I will take these out first. Okay, we're going to go save. So we're walking out of the dungeon. And we can save the game. And that's still a thing, right? It's still, I'm pretty sure that should still be a thing. We're gonna walk outside, we're gonna make sure that we have this saved under danger instead. And then we're going to go back inside. I should have done with that, actually. We're going to go back inside. We're gonna go buy some food before we do this. So we're gonna buy some food. Once we've got the food, we can save 3 more times in there.
Come in, come in. Right away.
And that'll be useful. Okay. Perfect. Did we already snag this? Okay. Already snagged that. And let's see if we can finish whatever's back here. So is there... Yep, there's a really big bat right there. So what our goal is right now is actually to get this bat locked into one of these pillars. Because those bats kept getting locked in the pillars. So if we can get them locked into these pillars... Okay, that did get through. We go around this corner. Broke out. Fuck. Ooh, that's poison. Ooh, I'm probably gonna die here. Still poisoned. Okay. We're still alive by the skin of our teeth. Need that poison to wear off. Okay. Can I use this corner? Probably not, but we're gonna try. This corner works. We just needed to loop it around. The poison wore off. Okay. Okay. Got some gauntlets. Got a scroll. Gauntlets is a great thing to pick up. That's an item that we don't have distributed to everyone already. And we're in the green. Oh, so nice. So nice. Okay, we got it. So we can save the game. And we now just have a few enemies left. There's a couple enemies in the room back here that we need to clear. Nothing too crazy.
How are you this evening?
You'd better watch out. Better not cry. It is very interesting the kinds of stuff that you end up with as what are the arbiters of bad behavior in old songs, and it's oh yeah, as a child, what is the thing that you're doing that's bad? It's what is it? Pout? I think pouting is one of them. Crying is one of them. All these classic indicators of pain and misery. You better not indicate that you have any emotions that we find inconvenient. You're gonna like everything that we do to you. I think so. One of them is shout, right? And shouting, I could say, is not necessarily always a great behavior to be engaging in. But pouting is definitely one of them. because they rhyme shout with pout. They rhyme cry with Y. We've got more gauntlets. Okay. So, we're going to save this. We now only have a couple enemies left. I'm going to go ahead and keep my hat. I don't know how difficult these are going to be, honestly. I feel like probably pretty easy.
I need healing.
Easy as a strong. Not too bad. Okay, nailed it. And we got a longbow. So we now have 2 longbows. With this thing in the roof. And we can pop out of here. We have cleared most of this island now. We just have the fireflies left, and the fireflies I don't think are going to be that difficult, actually. The fireflies should be fine. Fireflies? Dragonflies. Dragonflies. Dragonflies I think are going to be fine. Excuse me. Like, we weren't running into issues severe enough in there for me to feel like the dragonflies are going to just completely obliterate me the way that they have in some of the other attempts. So, let's take a look at this. We're going to identify all our shinies.
This item's weak.
Okay, we have some gauntlets. We have unarmed gauntlets. That's interesting. I don't think that's going to matter, because we actually have a pretty decent thing. But I'll give them to you anyway, just because it's more fun that way. But, like, obviously, +7 unarmed is not going to be sufficient to outperform an actual weapon. Let's see here. Anything else in this inventory?
This is nice.
Crude trident, longsword. We have a pretty nice pair of leather. Regen HP over time. Oh shit! That's a pretty big deal. That right there is a pretty big deal. This is plus 23 intellect. We're gonna go ahead and give that to... Oh, but this does give me regen. So no, I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm going to give it to you.
Ah, nice.
Fire resistance.
We don't need this.
Sleep and unconsciousness immunity. That's a great thing to have right off the bat. We'll go ahead and slap that on you, probably. We're going to give this to Chopolee. Chopolee needs it. 74 required bone. And do we have... We're probably going to have enough experience to get to 11. We're definitely going to have enough experience for 11 by the time we leave, so... That's excellent. I actually didn't remember that belts gave armor at all. Like, apparently belts give base armor, which I did not realize. Okay. Awaken and Torchlight.
I wish I could learn that.
I can't learn
I
that.
guess I don't have water skill, huh? Okay. Alright, with that being the case, we can make... What is it that we need? A red potion or something? I think we need like a red potion for you. So...
Perfect. How are you doing tonight?
Okay, so we have our extra wealthy hat. I don't know how dangerous these are going to be. I think Dragonflies, pound for pound, are pretty strong, but they are only bolstered by 2 levels, and they are not, you know, they don't have high stats. So unless they were bolstered considerably, I think that we're probably going to be mostly fine. They just hit outside their weight class, but their weight class is very, very low. So we might be okay here, we might not be. Obviously we have a lot of them on us right now with 2 Queen Dragonflies in play at once. Okay. So I'm also going to take a look at my gear. Let's make sure that we have regen on everybody. Do you have some regen? You do not. How much regen do you have? 0.5. Holy shit. Okay, let's find that regen item that I have on you. Because I thought I had another regen item on you. Did I not? Where did I give it to then? Did I hallucinate that? I thought I had a regen item on you. Is that? I thought I had like of the troll item or something. Okay. Well, regardless. I feel like a Spiritus is doing a good job. And let's just keep approaching. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Once we get expert body, we will have Thinger. We have a boss here. The boss is swift. So once we aggro the boss, it shouldn't be super difficult to separate it, I think. We have at least a couple coming for us. Most likely this is going to aggro everything when I start hitting these. A billion enemies when we do this. Needs to burn the queen.
I'm hurt badly. Nice.
So queen's down. A Spiritus is now unkillable. So that's convenient for us. We've cleared 15% of the Dragonflies. The one, like, of the Phoenix item is just so clutch. How much fire resistance do you have now? 75% resistance to fire. Instantaneously. This is a terrible way to approach. Okay. We got the first queen down. There might be more, but
Next.
I think we're probably doing okay. Considering how tanky Spiritus is, but
Save us.
we'll see. Maybe not. Nope. Maybe not. Yeah, they really hit outside their weight class because their attack speed is so much faster than most enemies. Wait, why does this have a lip? That's new. Did I get that last time? I don't think so. Does the Road to Insanity have like a new quest chain involved? Interesting. Like, wait a minute, why is that letter here? It's like, wait a second, this is a different letter. Is that a merge quest letter? But it's this letter's so this item. I don't remember. There's no like NPC that I have ever met in Clanker's lab. What merge quest involves Clanker's lab? Is that like the place I'm actually supposed to meet what's her name for the first time? Because I don't think I've ever seen her at Clanker's lab. She usually just randomly approaches me, right? She'll just walk up to me and go, "Hey, it's me, Emily." Oh, that's interesting. I did not realize that. Okay, we've got the Swift one on us. And unfortunately they're all fast enough that I can't like get away from them here. Like I can't split the Swift one off because the other ones are also fast enough. I think yeah, we haven't even gotten the boss on this yet. Alright. Merge mod is wild. Okay, we pulled some. I don't know how many we're gonna get here. It looks like at least 3. Is one of them the boss? Okay, it looks like we got one of the queens, which is a big deal. They can poison me? Oh, I am in trouble. Oh, I'm dead. Wow. That's pretty rough. Is that the boss? Is it on me? No, right? It's just one there. The boss is on me. I don't know who else is on me, but there's only 2 on me. Which is a good sign, I guess? This is a fire dragonfly. Okay, so that one's toast. On the plus side, the fire dragonfly, or the dragonfly is swift, which makes it have such a difficult time getting to me because it keeps like overshooting. But I don't think I can kill it this way. I think I am gonna need to dodge around. I don't think I can beat this in a straight up fight. Okay, it is staying on my ass now, so I'm probably done.
I'll save us.
You know, I was hoping that I'd get a little bit of time. I wasn't actually expecting that it would lock in, and I've never actually pulled to the Dragon Cave before. And as a Hail Mary play, that worked out pretty damn well. Actually. I'm shocked that that worked. Okay. Is this another boss? No, right? Okay, so I'm gonna just dive the queen. Intention being, once that one's dead, we should have very low DPS incoming. Okay, we already looted this. It's probably just the one boss, right?
Oh, yes. Got him.
I don't know how many... Oh, we need to get out. Pulled too many... I guess we can check the Dragon Cave again. Oh no, they're gonna get to the people and start fighting. Never mind. Okay, we need to reload. We can't let the NPCs steal any of our kills. We need all the experience we can get. Let's see. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna dive. I don't think this is gonna work. But it might. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Possibly dying terribly. Possibly dying super well. We'll find out which. We're dying terribly. That worked better than I expected. So if I can pull off a few more, that might be eminently reasonable to expect to be able to get that done. There's probably a routing that I can use to more consistently make that work. Yes, this is a run on Path to Insanity, or whatever it's called. I don't do names. Let's charge. I was starting to get too blasé on the previous run.
I'm hurt badly.
I don't know, just You know, I like hitting a new difficulty when it unlocks, if possible. Road, path. What is a path if not a road? I did deliberately inverse those. Because obviously... I guess... No, I think that actually works too. I think road is pretty generic too. Well, look. It depends, right? So the road to insanity is also the road away from insanity. Right? Because roads are two-way. You might just have to... Some roads you might have to, like, dodge a few cars in order to go the other direction. You know, but, you know, a road you can go two directions on. So, with that being the case... If you start out from insanity, it's the road out.
Yes.
Nah, not a fan of that. That's not how I want to open up an attempt where I'm planning on charging in there. I'm just gonna dive here. I don't know what this boss is. Whatever it is, it just killed somebody. Because that person was pretty healthy. I don't think that they were killed by a normal one. I'm gonna dive into this corner. The hope is basically to clear out the ones that leak in. And I don't think we're going to do it. Yeah, I don't think that we have the throughput for this. There's just going to be too many leaking. So we could... I think what we should probably do is, if this one doesn't aggro... Can I get one to aggro? We have one aggro. I'm going to try to poke this one. Okay. Okay, this one's aggroed. We have two coming. I'm going to clear these two. What I'd like to do is basically just run up this cliff. And then go around and start attacking from the town side. Because if I attack from the town side, I can avoid pulling the boss. Hey, a semi is a type of car. As long as we are incorrectly categorizing things, I will be happy to incorrectly categorize a semi as a car. Because all automobiles are cars, right? That's definitely true. Car is not a specific type of automobile, it's all automobiles, right? Let's go with that. We'll go with that. I think that's a reasonable interpretation. But I think we got this. I think we have got this. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by the concept of a black hole, and wondering if the trajectories you can take in a black hole count as a path. Because if you're in a black hole, unlike the roads which lead to Rome, all the roads that lead to Rome, for the most part, also lead away from Rome. Some of them lead back into Rome. But with a black hole, all paths lead to black hole, including the inverse direction of the path that you are taking that leads to the black hole. All paths in all orientations lead to the center of the black hole. So, unless you're radiation. Radiation can get out. So if radiation can get out, then I like my odds, actually. Black holes are overhyped. We're like, ooh, nothing can escape a black hole. It's like, fuck off. Radiation escapes it all the time. We have Hawking radiation. It's fine. If you get into a black hole, you can get out of the black hole. It's fine. Now, do you have to be converted into radiation in order for it to happen? Yes. Does that mean that obviously you, as a concept, are definitely not coming out of the black hole? Yes. However, what is radiation? Is radiation just electrons? Radiation is just electrons, right? So if you break someone down to just electrons, the electrons can get out. And presumably that would also imply that you can convert protons and neutrons into electrons. Well, if you're a black hole, you can. It does not imply that you personally can convert a proton into an electron. Because black holes do eventually evaporate, right? Like, black holes eventually run out of mass. So if a black hole will eventually run out of mass because it ejects it all as electrons. This is all me just spitballing because I do not know the physics of black holes very well. But in theory, I think this means that you can convert electrons into protons. God damn it, is this where the quarks come into play? Is this a quark thing? It's probably one of those fucking quark things. I don't know anything about quarks. I know that some of them are strange and some of them are charmed. I don't know why they're charmed and not charming, but I feel like... I feel like they should have boosted their wisdom saves, not gonna lie. Okay, well this is a concern. Why are you like this? She's blocking the entrance. I think that the physics that is understood about black holes is fairly well understood. Like, I think Hawking radiation was discovered like 30 years ago or something like that, right? So like, definitely people know whether the radiation that escapes from black holes is just electrons or not, right? Like, well, I don't know about definitely, but probably that's fairly well understood. There's actually a lot about like physics that's pretty well understood that we feel like isn't, because the like pop physics community is so obsessed with string theory that like we don't like hear from actual physicists about the cool shit that they're learning. And because everybody just wants to talk about string theory, even though string theory is bullshit, right? Like, so we don't actually learn any of the cool stuff that's been happening in the last 30 years. It's very sad. I actually watched a fun video that was from it's Dr. Collier, I think. I'm trying to remember what her first name is. It might be Angela. I don't know. But there's a physicist, like a PhD physicist, who has just a YouTube channel. She just talks about random stuff, right? She's a working physicist. She's not a YouTuber, so she's like doing YouTube videos about all sorts of random nonsense, like book reviews and stuff. She's just having a good time. And she's very fun. I like watching her videos. She'll just talk about random things. But one of the things that I really enjoy is that she'll just like rant about things. She'll just rant about random physics stuff or problems in the industry. And, you know, some of those problems are not super fun, right? Because it's like, you know, hey, we have some problems in physics when it comes to, you know, how women are treated in physics. And those videos are less fun and more just interesting to learn about. But then there's also like, you know, what was it? I think the video title was String Theorist Lied and Now Science Communication is Hard. And it's a great video that kind of like sums up like not sums up, but like it gives like an overview of like the history of science communication generally, but also like physics communication specifically, and the like sort of like transition from like science communication into this weird mysticism shit that you end up getting into with the string theorists. And it's really like very interesting. It's a very interesting video that I would highly recommend. Just to get like an idea of like the media landscape, where it's like someone will come on to talk about some cool physics thing, and then they'll be asked about string theory, and it's like, what, the string theorists haven't done anything in like 20 years. What do you mean? Why are you asking me about string theory? I'm a particle physicist. Or an astrophysicist, or whatever. Like, I'm anything but a string theorist, and you're asking me what they're up to. It's like, probably nothing, given that it's string theorists. And there's been... Anyway, so it's been kind of like, you know... It was a fun video. The other video that I thought was super fucking funny that I was watching of hers... that I saw recently. The thing that was the most funny video was, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like, why is it that physicists why is it that in physics experiments we keep using, is it like rubidium or something? It's like rubidium or something, where it's like, when they're doing particle physics experiments, they use rubidium a lot. And the videos like was there to like answer the question of why is it that they use rubidium. And I think the video's title is like, why is it always rubidium? And it was a very interesting video, but one of the portions of the video that I thought was so funny, it was the most like stereotypical like physicist thing to say, like that you could possibly say. It was the most like physicist thing. Was like, oh, well basically rubidium is basically hydrogen. So you can just ignore all of those extra electrons and you can just do the hydrogen math and then just make a slight alteration to it. So rubidium's super easy because, you know, 51 and 1 are basically the same number. And it was just so fucking funny. Because, again, it's so physicist, it's so physics coded, and I loved it. And the thing that's great about physics is that you can do shit like that. That you are put in a situation as a field where you can say stuff like, you know, oh, well, you know, a penguin is basically a sphere, right? So we can just use the math for spheres, right? Cylinders are a little bit more complicated. We don't need to use the cylinder math. We can just use the math for spheres. And like, there was something. Yeah. Anyway, so it's like, it's, you know, it's within an order of magnitude. It's fine. Anyway, I love that. Imagine living in an industry. Imagine living in like a situation where, unless you're off by like a few orders of magnitude, you're right. As long as you're within a few orders of magnitude of correct, that's close enough. It's like, it's just too good. It's like, is it 1? Is it 100? I mean, well, penguins are, to a physicist, what is the difference between a penguin, which is fundamentally you could call it a cylinder if you want to be generous. A cylinder, a sphere, made out of organic material with a sharp bit at the end, right? And a sphere, which is a arguably cylinder. One could argue sphere just as easily. One could argue sphere. A sphere is basically a sphere. So a sphere and a penguin are basically the same thing. You can use the same math for both. This is the fun thing about physicist jokes. Is that even if you miss here, it doesn't matter because it still works. There's still a justification there. It's not really that much more ridiculous than what the joke originally implied. It is beautiful. But yeah, the thing that is funny about physics is the fact that it works. So like with the rubidium thing, it's not like the physicists are wrong to say that rubidium is basically hydrogen and you can just do the same math. Right? When they're doing the experiments that are after the point where you're putting it into a state that uses the fact that rubidium and hydrogen are basically the same thing. So you're putting it into... Whoopsies. I'm trying to save while I've got dragonflies in my face. I thought that I'd cleared them all. Don't mind me. So the thing that's very funny about physics is that you can say insane shit like rubidium and hydrogen are basically the same thing and you can just do the same math to them and be correct. To be able to say 51 and 1 are basically the same thing and be correct. To be able to say a penguin, the cylinder math is a little too complicated. I don't want to have to remember what the constant is for a cylinder, which it's just height. But like, I don't want to have to remember that. So I just want to like put in pi r squared or pi r cubed and call it a day. And it's like, but pi r cubed isn't correct. It's like, it's either 3/4 or 4/3 pi r cubed or something like that. There's a fraction there, but the fraction that's attached to that is less than an order of magnitude. So you can just use the sphere math and go, hey, it's pi r cubed, and call it a day. Pi r cubed, like, it's so funny. And obviously, if you do all of these things at the same time, you're going to end up in a vastly different order of magnitude. If you just say a penguin is a sphere, and you say, okay, well, like, let's just use the sphere math, but let's ignore the fraction that's attached to it. Let's ignore the constant that's attached to it, and this, that, and the other thing. If you do all of those things, obviously, you know, it doesn't work. But as a joke format, it works great. And each step in the process is fully reasonable as long as you're working within orders of magnitude of there. Hey, you know, I don't know what that video is, but what is a square if not a circle? That's my question to you. Is not a square basically a circle? Is this not the case? Squares and circles are basically the same thing. But I'm gonna check if I could find. I'm gonna see if I can find that SMBC comic because it's very funny. SMBC pet physicist. It was so funny. I felt personally attacked. This, by the way, is me. Never take anything that I say too seriously because this is me. This comic right here, I'm going to link it in chat. This is me. Only I'm not even a physicist, so I don't even have physics training or anything like that. This is just me with any field. Less so these days. These days I've chilled out a bit. Like, I will acknowledge the fact that maybe things are slightly more complicated than I think. If it's outside of the things that I am more confident about.
Let's leave it behind.
So, but yes, Doctor, our physicist, used to do all these fun things, and then now he's just telling everybody that they're wrong about their own field, and it's this like. We can recreate the first language using statistics. I know, buddy. I know. It's so good. It's so beautiful, and it's very funny to hear an actual physicist just kind of say the thing, right? Where it's like, hey man, these are basically the same thing. Let's go. They're doing the meme. So we have the bolster level of 6 in the wait. We only have a bolster level. Right, because we still need to beat through that hurdle. So there's still a loss here. It's not as big a loss as I would have expected, honestly. But we do have a significant loss. It's just that the buffer makes a pretty big difference there. Weirdly, it might. Should I be starting in 7 actually? It might actually make the most sense to start in 7. If we're looking to maximize bolster, I actually think starting in 7 makes the most sense. Because now that I think about it, if we look at the amount of experience that we've obtained here, right, we do get up to about level 5. That's our expectation, 5 or 6, from doing this initial area. If we did this first, we would presumably have a bolster level of maybe probably 3 would be my guess. Though if it gets up to, we'll see, because we're going to turn in all these things right now, and when we turn them in,
great. Now we can use
we'll have an idea of whether.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowland.
Here's the loot.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
Okay, Lord Markham, missing contestants. Need to find the contestant shield in inventory.
His Grace, Lord Markham,
Okay,
Duke of
that's
the Western
done.
Lowlands.
Is there another quest that I have here? I think all the quests are here, right? I think all the quests are here.
His Grace, Lord Markham, Duke of the Western Lowlands.
Why wouldn't they always look so happy? No, it doesn't make sense to do it that way. If you the bolster level being all the way up to 5 now, it is better to get a couple to do it the other way first. Doing this, I think, is more reasonable because that way we are getting a few levels before we start getting things out of control like this. So let's see. So what level are we now? We're now eligible for 13. That's not too bad. We have, I believe, finished here. We cleared out both of the dungeons. We cleared out the thing. We cleared out the quests. Do we have any items that we want to pick up from the spell people?
The Guild of the
Or any
Spirit
skills we
welcomes
want to
you.
pick up? We could pick up Remove Curse. I don't think I want to pick up Remove Curse yet.
Welcome to the Air Guild.
Air Guild. We have Jump, which we're not going to be able to use for a while. But how long is it going to take before we can use it? I'm going to get Air next, probably. But I think I'm going to get Enlightenment first. So we're going to get Enlightenment up.
Welcome to the Fire Guild.
We have Fire Aura, Fire Resistance. We have Haste. We're not getting Fire to Expert for quite a while. It's just too expensive. And initiate Guild of the
The
Body.
Guild of the Body welcomes you.
Regeneration is almost immediately going to come into play, right? I already have 8 body. We're going to pick up
The
regeneration.
body welcomes you.
I can't carry anymore.
We're going to pick up regeneration. So, regeneration is going to help us. Do we train here, or do we wait until we can leave? Do we want to do it in Harmondale? Do we want to do it here?
Need some training? That's the ticket.
Let's just do it.
That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket.
Okay, we got 4 more levels out of that. Let's take a look at what that does for us. We're now sitting at 27 skill points. And we have to make a decision on what we want to invest in. It's going to take, I believe, 8 skill to be able to get regen up to expert for this character. Leather is not a high priority at the moment. Let's see. I guess getting 10 points in leather is going to get me a 40% boost, which is fairly large. So maybe we invest in that. We have unarmed, we can ignore. Staff. We need to get something to 8 next. I think the thing that makes the most sense to get up to 8 next is probably bodybuilding. Each point is 2%, right? Yes. In addition to the flat boost, we have a 2% boost per level. I think that we want to invest into bodybuilding next. So investing that gave us about a 30% increase to our max HP, which also increases our regen by a bit. As for you, we're not going to do this yet. We're probably going to get enlightenment, but we want to check basically to make sure that getting expert enlightenment doesn't make the other things cost more. So we're not going to worry about that yet. But we're not going to. So basically, we're not going to worry about investing in that character yet because that character is done for now. This character can get expert dagger, I think. Yes, because we're not going to need this disarm stuff any higher for quite a while because we have a bunch of quests that we haven't turned in. We have so much stuff to do. So that's fine. We're getting frost to 8. This means that we'll be able to get expert water. With expert water, we can start doing water walking, and that'll be clutch. The next thing that this character should be investing into is we should get at least a couple points into regeneration, I think. We're going to put 2 points into regeneration because that increases the amount. No, we're going to put 1 more in because that's a huge boost. Do we want to put 1 more in besides? Because these are very, very solid returns. How much HP do you have? 155? No, we're not going to. We're going to put a point into bodybuilding, I think. It's tempting to put points into something like Axe, but I do think that in terms of the initial points, I think that it's more valuable to put points into the durability. What's going to happen with my characters is they are going to fluctuate in terms of who is the more carry and who is the more support. Getting just those initial few points into these defensive things give really massive gains, and it doesn't matter how bad or good the character's gear is, they're still going to be able to benefit from that. Like, the party benefits from each character having that extra tankiness in a way that, like, if I get a legendary dagger and Shadow Barricos just starts going out of control, nobody else's damage matters, right? Like, if I get out of control with Shadow Barricos, if I get out of control with Nosferatu, Asparatus. If I get any of these people get out of control, the investment into DPS on the other characters is less impactful as a result, right? So for certain characters who don't have like a huge amount that they can invest into offensively, it makes sense, especially because like I have 2 dagger users. Having both of them invest into dagger right from the start is potentially not super efficient. But anyway, so it's just one of those things. I think that it makes sense to invest into the offensive stats. Basically, I think I'm going to be getting expert in my offensive stuff first, but I'm going to be getting a few points. Usually I would get expert first because it's 4 points to get the expert. Now it's 8, which is it's a huge difference in the cost. So I think that makes sense. We are on our way. Oh, right, and we've also leveled up, so we have the ability to equip everything. I think. I don't think we got anything that was higher than level 13.
I can't carry anymore.
So we have the ability to come and go from here whenever we want, and we're not even going to stay here to clear anything at first. We have a couple of chests and things that we could loot if we want. And I'm wondering if we want to do that. Do we also want to do the beacons? We could do the beacons and the chests that are available. We could potentially pick up some spells. And we can pick up... We can't pick up any spells. We are actually completely broke. We're behind in finances. We need 10 grand for each character that has an expert available. So... we need 10 grand for Wu Carrot. We need 10 grand for Shadowberries soon. We need 10 grand for Nosferatu, and we need 10 grand for Chapulini. Chapulini and Nosferatu are the 2 that are the most important. I think Nosferatu is the person that I want to go with first. Let me take a look. We need... Yes, bolster level in Might Magic 6 is 5. Wait. No, never mind. Bolster level here is the lowest bolster? Wait. Yes, it's the lowest bolster. The price that has the highest bolster is Might Magic 8. We should be in Might Magic 8. Don't mind me. I got it inversed. We have the most experience here. We have the least bolster here. Yes. We need to go to the place that has the highest bolster. That's Might Magic 8. So yes, we're not doing any quests here, we're not turning anything in, but we will tag these signal fires just to summon things. I don't think we get experience for the signal fires themselves. And we will loot the chests that are free. We won't be killing anybody though. So let's do a quick save. Let's make sure 84278. 84278, perfect. We didn't get any experience from this. And we're just going to tag all 3 of the beacon fires. I think we can do that safely. We're just going to have to run past a few goblins to make it happen. Let's see. I've been to all these places. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. What are you talking about? Oh my god, it's 11:02. We took so long at that temple there. Alright, we're gonna loot everything in these chests. Oh shit.
There's no room.
Okay, let's do this again. This is why I didn't want to do a ton of inventory management when I first arrived, is because while I do have a bunch of stuff that I can get benefit from like equipping, I want to have all of the stuff that I'm going to get before I do that. So we're not going to get the chests that are over here. I think we will try to tag the beacon fire over here, though. Do we want to try to get the chest that's down there? I don't think I want to get the chest that's down there. Okay, we're going to try to just sneak across here, tag this signal fire. We don't need to get any of the chests on this side. We're just going to do a sneaky little activation here. And then run across the bridge. And the hope here is that I can ditch them and just go back into Harmondale and then go across to the other beacon fire. But they're pretty fast. They're pretty fast, actually. I can't do this. I'm going to have to do this a different way. I'm going to have to take a different routing, because I'm going to drag them into the town. Interesting. Okay, so we need to figure out how we're going to handle this, then. Oh shit, I killed a... I was just trying to heal, man. It's fine. Taking out one goblin isn't a huge deal. Is it fine? No, we're gonna reload. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so goal here is maybe I just drop them all off of this bridge. I don't know though. That seemed to work fairly well. Looks like I only got 2 this time for some reason. I'm just gonna run up this hill. Yep, that's me. Okay, so we're basically just gonna turn north now. I want to get them as high as possible on this cliff because I'm about to jump down. Which puts some distance between me and them. If I do it right. Unfortunately, there's no shot I'm dropping you from my ass right now. However, I can probably... Yeah, I can just walk into one of the other places. I can just drop in here. Right? So if I go to Jadaim, we have gotten rid of those. We've activated the 2 signal fires. We need 1 more signal fire. So we'll go back there, activate the 3rd signal fire, and then once we've activated the 3 signal fires, we will continue on. So this is what? This is Antagric? Yes. Let's activate that 3rd signal fire. And do we have any chests that we're gonna get? I don't know that we have a lot of chests that we're gonna be activating actually. So once we've tagged this 3rd signal fire, we can come back and ooh, there's some plate here. Let's save the game before we get into aggro range. And the goal here is just to get across to this section. There's some enemies here, and we're not going to fight them. We're just going to dodge them, if possible. And then we're basically just going to run back around somewhere. Please don't kill me, and please don't die while I'm trying to do myself. Okay. So how do we get back? What's our routing to return? We could try just running straight through all the enemies over there, but if we try to run straight through the enemies over there, we're going to pull a shit ton of enemies straight down on the town. And I think that's going to end up having to be how we do it. I think that we have lost this attempt. Yeah. Because we're going to jump through all those, but... Yes, I think that we basically just go over there, get ourselves through this. And if we need to, this is something that we should do, actually. I'm going to, if this tent doesn't work, we're going to retreat back to town to pick up regeneration first, because I should have picked up regeneration. Okay, I'm going to try to get up here, because if I get up here, I can avoid aggroing a bunch of enemies. I want to have more HP to play with, but I don't want to have anybody at super low HP, you know, ready to die. I'm going to try to dodge around here in such a way that we don't pull every enemy in existence. We've now got all of the signal fires lit. Was it 278? Yes. 84, 278. I don't think we gained any experience from doing the third one, which is something that I had intended to check. And we can now hopefully just rotate all the way over here and get ourselves to Enroth. We will train our skills here. What skills do we need to train? We need to train body and staff. So let's train body and staff. Let's say this under test. I think that we're golden now. Oh, right, we don't have the money. Right, okay, let's do our inventory management. So we got some plate armor. Oh my god. Okay. That's actually really good. It's a little bit more AC, and it also gives regen of HP and mana. And it's a pretty good amount. It's a solid amount of extra regeneration. So let's... This is a huge amount of armor class. So extra AC... Who has the lowest AC of the leather wearers? You do at the moment. It also gives accuracy, it gives spell points, speed, and intellect. I think we're going to slap this on you, because we want that spell points boost and the intellect boost in play. So that's those done.
This item.
I think this inventory was pretty much full of garbage. I don't think there was anything useful in this one. So I think we should be set for right now. As for you have Torchlight, you have Awaken. Anything useful? Okay, I don't think we need to worry about you. This is level 14 required. We actually can't equip this yet. So, those boots, pretty solid. Armsmaster Leather. We'll have to take a look at that later. Anything useful in these? Fire resistance helmet. It's better than a nothing helmet. These are pinched gauntlets. We have a Merc belt. Mind resistance is on this, which is a huge deal, but it is something to bear in mind. And let's... I think we're going to give that to you. For right now. And the rich get richer. Okay. Anything else I need to do? Inventory should be set. We have a shit ton of cool stuff here. So this is Might and Endurance. Which is fine. We'll go ahead and give this to the character who potentially gets value, but it might be... Nope. Nobody's going to get value out of that. It's not good enough for actual use. This could be upgraded to give 51 to 129 electric damage. But I don't think we're going to have enough of those items in play in the early game for that to be an optimal usage of one of them this early. So air resistance and a shit ton of AC on this. So let's give this to you. Oh my god, that is fancy looking. And we have this. We have boots of accuracy. Let's take a look at who has... It's going to be you. I'm basically looking to improve the accuracy of... Or sorry, improve the durability of the people that have the weakest durability first. So
Nice.
this is a pretty decent piece of gear. Only one person who uses leather can benefit from the mind resistance, but also really nobody benefits from the mind resistance. Oh wait, never mind. What am I thinking? You can benefit from mind resistance. You use leather. I forgot that Wu Carrot uses leather. So that's perfect. That character is now going to be so tanky. We have 0.9 regen per second, which isn't that crazy. We'll need to put some more points into regen, probably. Okay, next on our agenda, we have a cloak with might and endurance on it. You have no HP. I'm going to go ahead and give you this. Oh, right. Yes, we just lost Day of the Gods. I forgot. We had Day of the Gods, which was really massively improving our power level. Now we don't have Day of the Gods anymore. So
Who knows?
this is mind resistance, personality, endurance, and armor.
No, there isn't any room.
I think I will give this to you, maybe. Oh, right, you're also a vampire. So there is only one character that can do the thing. Okay, we'll just give this to you. We don't really get any benefit of the personality. We don't really get any benefit out of the other thing. But we do benefit from the endurance, and we get benefit from the armor. So let's do that. We have you needing some stuff. Regen HP versus a bit of extra. It's versus 3 accuracy. No shot. No shot. Dwarven dagger is almost certainly garbage. Yes. Okay. So we don't need to worry about that. We have all of our stuff. Okay, is that all of the really important stuff done? Let's go to inventory 4. We're going to just start throwing things that I'm planning to sell into that inventory. And specifically, we're going to throw all of our weapons that we don't need. We can equip these bows, but there's no reason to equip these bows because they don't have any stats on them. So
No room.
the point of being able to equip bows is to be able to use them as stat sticks. So these particular ones don't have any. But we do have one bow. The bow on Wu Carrot that does. Yeah, the red leather looks really good on the vampire. That is true. The combination of the art styles. This is purely just a decrease. So let's just toss this. Okay, we're not using hammers. We have this club. We could equip this club for now. We only have one skill as well, so, I mean, it makes a degree of sense to just equip it. Let's just equip this for now. I think that's fine. Let's see here. Oh, this club's a little bit better, actually. It's just a little bit better in every way, so sure, why not? Okay, we have a sword, don't need swords. Generic club, don't need generic club. Spear, definitely don't need a spear.
No room.
Unless we find like a legendary spear, we can basically get rid of all of our spears. It's going to take quite a while before we're going to be able to equip a spear and have it be useful. Because we have to get GM first, and GM spear is not a high priority compared to the other shit that we have to do. So, let's see. I can go to the magic store and just sell this giant chain of things right
Can
now.
I help you find anything?
Waterlock is not cure disease. We need to equip this on somebody. Probably. I think probably the vampire. I guess which vampires? That's interesting. We have a heal book. I don't remember picking that up. Poison spray we can use immediately. Prevents falling damage. We need to equip that. We might need to equip that actually. Jump. This is the cure disease appearance, so we don't need to worry. Okay. This is doing its thing. So heal is done, heal is done. We have the ability to get heal on Woo Carrot, but it's not going to be a high priority. I think I might... no, I'm not going to sell it. It's fine, we'll keep it. Don't pick up Mana Shield with somebody. No, I need to not waste money. Keeping that, we will sell the brass ring. And... okay, so armor time.
Can I help
stand
you
corrected.
find anything?
Ooh, this is potentially quite useful. Let's just toss this on somebody. Selling this, selling this. Do we want to hold on to this? No, it's... I don't think that's powerful enough to justify holding on to. Let's see. Still looking for
a weapon. Come again.
our very important...
Don't touch the merchandise. Come back.
Let's see.
Don't touch the merchandise.
All of these
Come back
garbage
soon.
that can be sold.
Looking for a weapon.
So we've got enough to pick up one skill, and that's all we're going to be able to afford for probably quite a while. And this is slightly inferior to this. We have... most of the scrolls that we have in this inventory are actually not things that we need to get rid of.
Looking for a weapon. Come again.
Let's go over here.
Don't touch the merchandise.
These are easily
Come back soon.
droppable. And we have this and this. We can get rid of both of these.
Don't touch the merchandise. Come back soon.
Okay, crew dagger.
Looking for a weapon. Come again.
Let's see.
Don't touch the merchandise. Come back soon.
Okay.
Can I help you find anything? Can I help you find anything?
Easy peasy. A bunch of leather here, a bunch of weapons here. Don't need. We're sitting on 14 grand. We're almost at the point where we can pick up 2
Looking for a weapon?
skills instead of just the
Don't
1.
touch the merchandise. Come back soon.
We actually have the ability to get Master Identify as well, but everything is currently identified. I don't think it matters anymore. I believe that plate is one of the armor types where it will convert into the best type if you upgrade it enough. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that if you use Ascension Emeralds on most items, they will eventually just convert over to whichever is the best one for the final tier. Okay, so we can learn body magic. We lose 10 grand there. Let's see how much it costs to get... Oh, do I know which skin it is? That's a good question. I'll take a look. Because I believe that I should have that, right? Dragoning plate, it looks like. I'm fairly sure that that should be the...
Sorry, it won't fit.
Yeah, I can't upgrade it. Yeah, that's the 8 one. Okay, let's see here. We have this. Actually, I guess it does make sense for us to get mastery here, because this is an artifact, and getting this artifact identified would be a big deal. So getting access to master identify is a bigger deal than you'd think. So I need to get high enough skill to be able to check this, I think. Yeah, because I don't meet the requirements for the baseline. I need to have the thing. I don't remember what the requirements are. So we have picked up expert body. That gives us access to regeneration. So right now we have regen of 0.9, 0.3, 0, 1.7, and 0.4, which is not terrible. It's a pretty decent amount of regen on everybody. I don't have enough mana to cast this. What am I maintaining? Meditation. We don't need meditation. Not when we have regen. So we now have 1.9, 1.1, 0.9, 2.6, and 1.2. So that is a really massive increase to our overall regen. The regenerating characters are regenerating substantially more, and the characters that aren't regenerating natively are regenerating now. So, do I pick up some skills, or do I want to get my next expertise first? The next expertise... I need to get Identify Mastery. So let's head over to my Magic 8. And Identify Mastery is, now that I think about it, available in Dagger Wound. But I think I want to be doing Dagger Wound first anyway. So we're heading to Jadaim. And do we have anything else that we need to do while we're here? I don't think so, right? So we're getting to Might and Magic 8. And we will just pop over to the boat. Get ourselves to Dagger Wound. I actually don't remember which boat it is. I guess it has to be this one because it's the only boat. Let's see. Oh, the other thing we can do, we could go to the arena. We can check if the boat is available. Oh, I need to be dealing with these barrels. I'll deal with that eventually. So... the other thing that I probably should be doing is that there are all these pedestals available in these starting zones.
Your supply.
And I should be tagging those before I
Welcome. A
progress.
quiet room.
Now, I guess in this context, I can't anyway. But when I'm clearing Ravenshore, I should remember that I have a stone skin pedestal available to me. I can just walk over to Harmondale and grab the stone skin pedestal. The Might and Magic 6 doesn't have pedestals, I don't think. So no pedestals from there. But that's gonna be after we finish Daggerwood Island. So it looks like Saturday also doesn't have a boat. So yeah, with that being the case, I guess we'll just do the arena. I don't know if we'll be able to handle the first arena. My guess is probably it'll be fine, right? We could probably handle the first Endless Arena. And that'll give us some money that we need.
Welcome. A quiet room.
So let's do this. We will try the Endless Arena here.
Need a coach? Ready to
And we'll see how it goes.
Looks like this one's all right.
We have regeneration. So I feel like there's a decent chance that this goes fine. But these are very powerful for first level opponents, right? Like this, as like a first enemy to fight, these are pretty strong. I don't know if this is going to work out. We're going to try it one more time. We're going to have to get ourselves in a better position.
Looks like this one's all right.
What lies ahead?
That's the tier 1 enemy is hitting me that hard. I don't think there's much chance that we're going to be able to pull through this, right? Like we can kill them. They don't have that much HP, but we can't really survive their hits at all. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do the first Endless Arena. Though we could probably do a normal arena. So let's do the arena itself.
Where is the enemy?
We could do the arena at night level and see what that means for us. It means instant death, I guess. How high level are you? Is night level arena just gonna be like level 70 enemies? Is that how that works? It doesn't bolster, it's just like all the enemies are just randomly selected level 70-ish enemies? Is that how it works in this? I think that might be how that works in this. In Merge Mod. So arena might be a no-go. Do we have a quest to turn in here? We do actually have a quest to turn in here. Because what we should be doing... No. We should be clearing the enemies before we... Wait, seriously?
Come aboard. Anchors away.
I didn't realize that the Daggerwood Island trip was such a rare thing to see. Okay. So what we need here is just to clear a bunch of enemies out.
Ow! That wasn't so bad.
Luckily we have a lot of regen, so we should be able to get across the water even though we don't have what we need there. We can go pick up Master Identify now. And then we're basically just going to go around, like, murking pirates until we level up, I guess. I think that's basically how this is going to have to play. If I do the quests, yeah, I think I'm better off murking pirates. We're gonna murk some pirates, and we should be a bit stronger now relative to them than we were before, but they are themselves higher level than they were before, right? It's not like they're not scaling. So we're going to clear out all of the initial spawns in this pack, and once they've cleared their way through the guards, we just jump onto the boat. We should be able to handle a couple of leaks onto the boat here, so I'm not super concerned. about the just gigantic swarm of enemies that we have in our face. I'm not that concerned with it. We aren't going to worry about maximizing EXP gain here in terms of like making sure that none of the pirates get killed by the lizard people, because there's just no realistic way that we're going to make that work. So I'm not going to worry about it. So there are still guards here. There were still guards here, and then I'm going to get here and they're all going to die right as I'm arriving, so that I can get blown up by these. That's not quite what I predicted, but it's vaguely akin to it. There actually was also another enemy there. There was another lizard guard there. And our goal here is to avoid any of the, like, townsfolk getting killed. If the guards get killed in their fight with the pirates, that's not our business.
Yes.
Except when it comes to looting the bodies.
Who wants some?
We are definitely in the business of looting bodies. Oh, interesting. I could actually be standing really close to the edge here. I didn't realize I could be here. Oh, that makes my life easier. Alright, cool beans. So we have one more here. When we kill this, the respawns will begin, I believe. So they'll start spawning on us soon. I'm actually going to save since we've got them dead here. I'm going to save under danger because who knows, maybe they'll respawn directly on top of me, but I don't think that's going to happen. Ooh, also the pirates might not respawn. On Insane, the pirates probably don't respawn, right? The respawns have probably been disabled. So actually we are going to lose out on sort of like permanent experience if we don't kill as many of the pirates as possible. So let's get into this. Let's get into the press here. We need this summoner to not get killed by the guards, and this summoner is definitely looking like they're at risk of getting killed by the guards. So we're gonna hope that we kill the Corsair here.
Never seen one before.
I don't know. I haven't seen this coming. I don't know. I haven't seen this coming.
I think that we have a pretty good amount of damage. We got the kill. Let's go.
Greetings. Hello.
Okay, let's do that. Now we have even more
Greetings to you.
in play over here. Nope, I don't want to get hit. Was that a leech? Okay, the Thorned Corsair and the leech are both doing their own thing.
Never seen one before.
I'm not gonna worry about maximizing EXP on this pack though. It is just way too much of a pain in the ass for it to be worth it, I think.
Who's next?
I would definitely prefer to get the kill on each of the bosses. So, got this Corsair. How's this boss? This boss is fine. How are we doing? I don't want to start tackling the thorns until it's really low already, so...
Who's next?
I might want to burn down the exploding Corsair while it's still not getting hit very much. Honestly. Okay, the Thorns Corsair is getting really low.
Beats me.
Thorns Corsair is going down fast. I need to...
I've never seen one before.
Okay, I need to transition to the Thorns. I'm just gonna start beating on it now. We got the kill! We got the kill! Let's go!
I haven't seen this coming.
Okay. It looks like the Swapper boss is not going to die, which is kind of unfortunate for me,
I don't know.
but
I don't know.
I am perfectly content with that. That's not a big
seen
deal.
one before.
We're gonna
I
try to get this
don't
exploding
know.
Corsair killed.
I don't know. I've never seen one before.
Or wait until it's pretty close.
I've never seen one before. I've never seen one before.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing damage now. We got the kill! We got the kill on every boss in this pair of packs, and they don't respawn, which I love. Like, at least I think they're not gonna respawn. The completionist in me is always like a little upset by the respawns here. Like, it makes sense. I think that it's like a cool dynamic that they implemented, where it's like there's a continual battle going on here. Like, this is a war front. I think that's very cool. I think they did a good job in implementing it, and I think that it was a good thing for them to implement. That being said, I like to be able to finish things. Oh, never mind, these respawned. Okay, so the respawns haven't been disabled. Which means that we can dive over here. We're gonna clear out... Oh, never mind. One of the random guards got picked up by the friends there. I wasn't expecting a guard to show up. Gotcha.
Who's next?
So what you're telling me is there's a chance. Because I guess, to be fair, on you can't have infinite respawns on a map, because the way the game's coded, there's a limited number of enemies that can spawn. Is it an actual limit on the number that it's going to try to spawn, or is it just that eventually you reach the map limit and then it can't spawn anymore because it hit the map limit? That was funny.
Oh, yes.
And reaching the map limit would actually happen a lot faster on this difficulty setting, because the
What's some?
the enemy packs are all going to be like twice as big on average, I think.
Got him.
I think it's maybe like 50% larger on average. Okay, they've respawned again already. I don't want to fight these continuously. I was hoping to just like get it to a point where they didn't respawn immediately and move on, but let's take a look at our experience. We have a lot of EXP that we need to get before we're done in this expansion. So since we're in the outdoors, let's check the stuff that we've been picking up. We also want to pick up Expert Disarm, which we already have. And GM Alchemy. What is Alvar? Let's see. Oh, fuck. Is that just getting the quest? Did I just pick up the quest? I just picked up the quest, right? Yeah. We just picked up the quest, we didn't turn it in. That was spooky. Expert Bow is here. We got Master Identify. We have 17 grand now. We have the ability to almost get 2 more skills up to Mastery. Let's identify... Yes, Serendine's Preservation. This is 74 Endurance and Regen SP. That is pretty huge, probably. So let's equip this. And how much SP regen does that give me? Not a ton, but that's okay. You're not a leather user. So, interestingly enough, this is not a super good item.
We don't need this.
Anymore. We have 46 HP on these boots, which is pretty huge. Who has the weakest raw HP? You have the weakest raw HP. Do I want to give this to you? You also have a pretty low total durability. So yeah, let's give this to you.
Ah, it's useless.
Trident. Shit tons of intellect. And Crew Buckler. Cardinal Cloak of the Stars. This is fairly good. And we can just slap that right onto you for now. We'll worry about equalizing people's power level a bit once we have a reason to believe that things are getting too far out of sync. But that Serendine's Preservation is actually going to be a pretty big find. That's got a bunch of endurance on it, and a huge amount of AC because it's going to continuously level up with me. That's going to be a really, really good find for me. And I think we're going to dive these first. So my goal is just to pull a few of them at a time. And I don't think I can get expert water here, right? We do have a boss in the pack. Luckily the boss is on the other side of the water. So can I actually get the boss de-aggroed? If the boss is de-aggroed, we might be able to handle all of these, and we might not be able to. We might need to pull them back to the boats. Yeah, I'm thinking about, like, before I leave here. I guess I could just go to Ravenshore, whatever I want. Okay, since we have assembled this problem, we are going to just bring this whole problem to the boat. What I need to do, preferably here, so that I don't end up, like, capping out the whole place. Because I do think that even if there's a limited number of waves, if there's a lot of waves before we run out of, like, the ability to summon enemies onto the map, because of how many more enemies there are on the map than there usually are, I would venture a guess that we probably are starting on a map like this that has, like, it has like an entire war front worth of guards. Like that huge, you know, swarm that's fighting each other is a huge swarm. And if there's, you know, 50% more enemies on the map, we're probably a lot closer to the map limit than we normally would be. So I think we might leave this one here so that we can basically just keep those from respawning for a while. How are we doing on EXP? We probably don't have very much, right? Yeah, we're not getting a ton of EXP from killing these enemies. So most likely we're going to kill everything here, and then we might actually head to Ravenshore and start clearing the Ravenshore enemies. And we're going to ignore the quests, I think, until we've cleared out all the enemies in both zones. How do we feel about trying to solo a Reflected Curse here? I feel like it's probably going to end badly, but it'll be fun to try it, so we're going to try it. Okay, that thing could easily one-shot me with my current HP, so we need to do a melee kite. We have a place to kite to now. Fortunately, yeah, I shouldn't have healed there. Come on, I'm trying to melee kite you, buddy. I'm not trying to get you trapped on a building. Thank you. Oh, shit. Oh. Concerning. Fuck. I'm so used to having way more speed because I'm usually later in the part, and I've been later in the game for so long. Alright, nailed it. Got that cleared. Can now save the game. And we have a level. Arms and regenerate spell points. I like it. 6 arms master, which isn't terrible. We don't really have the skill points available for you to do that. Oh, right, I was going to check the thing. I'm such a dope. I was going to check whether enlightenment causes a problem for me. Should I just assume that it's not going to cause a problem for me and move on with my life? Because that would make my life a lot easier to just make that assumption now. I think I'm going to make that assumption and move on with my life. Because it shouldn't, right? Because there's no training involved. And it doesn't require level 8, it requires level 6 still, so... We're just going to make that assumption. Okay, so how are we doing? We have 40% mana available on you. We have 43% mana on you. Let's see. We have these 2 cast. We could do meditation if we wanted to have no mana available to do literally anything. And a Spiritus has a really weak heal, so I'm actually going to take the heal off of our bar. And do you have Mana Shield active? Yeah. Okay, you have Mana Shield active, we're going to leave it active. Okay, you cannot get up to Mastery. You can't either, can you? Oh, you can! Nosferatu can get up to Mastery for that. That'll actually be very helpful. Sleep well, Asher Kitty. And since we have access to that, we'll need to take advantage of that eventually. Actually, we might not need to... Now that I think about it, we might not need to start killing enemies in Ravenshore. I just realized that we have like level 150 enemies that are just sitting right in front of us. The 3 pirates are going to be worth so much experience. We don't have the ability to get up to them. We don't have jump. So... I'm going to try to deal with them without using... without having to get water walking first, because I think we can get them without water walking. They have a ranged attack. They're very, very high level. So... yeah. Gonna just keep standing there.
Never seen one before.
I'm just gonna pull all of them. I need to get less. Bless is such a like crazy efficient spell on this because it also gives you the accuracy boost. So we're going to basically just pop in here, and then we deal with whichever ones leak in, which is probably not too many of them. Just sit on one of the chairs. We're at 91% clearance. These respawn a bunch, so... the clearance percentage is going to be a little wonky. But that's okay. Next on our list is... Yeah, let's finish up that section. We'll grab the chests there. It is pretty funny that on, like, our meme run, where we're using, like, reanimate and shit like that, we got a legendary right off the bat, and on this one we still haven't found a legendary after clearing 3 zones. This is a much more realistic and expected result, but it makes me sad nonetheless. Unfortunately, I'm now realizing that since these aren't unidentified when I pick them up, I should probably be looking at them as I pick them up, because I'm not going to realize that I picked up something. Like, I won't be able to realize that it's a new item automatically. Okay, that's weaker. That's a disarm boot. Pretty good. Right, sleep and unconsciousness immunity. We're just going to slap that on you. That's not the only one that we have, is it? Did we have another one over in one of these inventories? Not sure. These are both looted. Let's see if we can pull this guy. Is he not willing to approach me? There, he's now moving. So once he's moved... Because what I need is for him to get to... I need to get him to get off, basically. Looks like I should have invested in air first, actually. No.
I'll save us.
Okay, we got this one off. So we do have the ability to get them off, but phrasing. I'm gonna just dive this little island over here, maybe. No, this island doesn't exist. Okay, never mind. We're going to come back over here and. I need to start moving. Moving. Yes. And then once it starts moving, the hope is that we can get it to keep moving. Okay, we're going to save this, and we're going to rotate over here again. I don't know if we can do this without water walking. With water walking, I could just stand right here, right? So, I think I might need to pick up expert water. Which I guess we can just do. We can just walk over there and do that now. Let's pick up expert water, because this is... We should be killing these pirates now, and trying to do it without water walking is going to be a pain in the ass, and it might be actually extremely difficult to do it without water walking. You know, I was shocked that it took as long as it did for that to fail. We're going to clear out this pack, and then once we clear out this pack, we'll go water walking. Because this pack is going to give us access to some chests. So, also there's a boss, so we can have a boss cleared. And then we'll get water walking. That'll allow us to go around to all these different places and get all this stuff done. We will, unfortunately, have access to some very cheesy strats once we get water walking that, I say unfortunately, I guess it's good to have it in my back pocket if it's necessary. So it's not like it's a bad thing that I have access to it. I'm going to try to avoid using it excessively, but it'll probably end up getting used quite a bit here. The bosses across the way there, like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to handle those without making rather heavy usage of water walking. Concerning that we are as low as we are. Wait, don't I get regeneration at expert? Oh wait, I don't even have my spells cast. I'm not using Blood Leech. Okay, well, you know, I would have been fine if I had Blood Leech active that whole time. That's so funny, I completely forgot that my Death Knight has spells automatically. Blood Leech on attack activated. We have Vampiric Weapon that we can cast. Oh my god, I forgot about Vampiric Weapon! We start the game with Vampiric Weapon! And Blood Leech! Don't judge me. I completely forgot about that. We've gone for so long without either of those spells cast. Alright, who's been keeping a timer in their back pocket, just running, waiting for when I figure that out? Time is now. That's embarrassing. Okay, so everybody in the party should be a lot more tanky now. We need to get... I think we do get our body up with you. I don't know what we want to invest in for a second skill with that character. I don't think that we need to invest into the other stuff more deeply than we already have. I do think that this was not necessary. Getting expert body on someone else wasn't necessarily the most efficient way to do this, but I honestly kind of stand by it. Getting the second expertise is potentially going to take a lot longer, or it'll potentially be way less long. It depends on if it's 20 grand, it might actually be fairly easy for me to do it. In which case, getting the expert body won't have actually been that important. Though, I say that, but actually, now that I think about it, that's not entirely accurate. Because we need Cure Poison as fast as we can get it. Cure Poison is going to tear us to shreds. And so having a character who can get Cure Poison earlier is I wouldn't say necessarily more important than getting access to the regeneration spell. The regeneration spell is going to give me a lot of benefits, but
We got it.
okay, this is a leecher. We should be able to clear it now that we have like regen and vampiric regen in play. We picked the appropriate time to remember that our Death Knight has spells that I need to have active. God, that's so funny. Every time I look at a weapon, it doesn't say Vampiric Aura. Right? It's like, doesn't have a thing on it that it had for the entire other run. So it's not like it's, how could I have remembered that I don't have this thing on? There's nothing indicating it. There's a thing that indicates it. It says that you have it on when you have it on, and you should remember that you don't have it on when you don't. Alright, so we're going to save this. And we are going to clear out this last one, I think, because this is part of the initial spawn. This isn't some respawning enemy. So that's priority. You're in the green for now. I assume those are going to respawn eventually, but they haven't yet. Okay. We can go ahead and save the game. And how much experience do we have? We now have 2.64. So, let's go pick up water walking. And we can use that to deal with these pirates. If we can get them to move to the lower deck, I think once they're on the lower deck, I should be able to stand underneath them and just start plowing into them. I could be wrong, but I believe that I can do that. Is this a buoy?
That was not bad.
Ow!
That
There's
was
buoys that do something.
that was
Holy shit! We took way more damage there than expected.
Come aboard.
Okay, we're going back to Ravenshore just to pick up expert water. I should have gotten it done while I was here, but I'm a dope. If I got it done while I was here, that would have been most excellent. Fire, master plate, expert spirit. GM merchant. Okay. Cheese, the destroyer. We have 30 grand, which means that we have the ability to get 3 more. We have the Tolber's fruit. Okay. So now we just have a bunch of pulp.
I can't repair it.
We don't have repair higher. And we'll worry about that in a moment. We have expert chain here. Expert water's right here. There we go. So we now have the ability to cast water walking. We have expert light here. Don't need it. Master bow. Don't need it. It's a bird potion. Expert repair is here.
I can't fix it.
Fixed it.
My pack's...
Okay.
Well, I tried.
Can't fix that one though. Alright, well. We'll just need to pump repair.
don't know how.
Oh my god, Serenzine's reservation is already broken. Ah! It's already broken.
I don't know how.
Well, shit. Alright, well, that's fine.
Let's leave it behind.
Let's see.
Didn't work.
Oh, it didn't work. Look, it's fine, it's fine. I didn't want to have a legendary available anyway, right? Alright, so... where's Quick Jenny? No. Not happening. So, Master Repair is going to be a pain in the ass, I think. Master Axe here. Oh, right, we haven't done the thing here either. We haven't done this. So let's do this.
Make yourself at home.
Get our dungeon even higher. We don't really need to use any of this stuff, I don't think. We have a shift. So I think my goal is maybe just going to be to get a recruit victory. So my goal will be to ignore wall, and just have enough tower to survive. Let me use the prism. And we can... Let's use Query's help. We don't need the stuff yet. I guess if I Well, maybe I will actually need that. It's fine. Elven archers might be useful eventually. Let's toss these for now. The fact that they got that dragon is, at that exact moment, is not optimal for me. Okay, so if tower is greater than enemy wall, deal damage to their tower. And that's not bad. I don't think we're going to get this rock launcher off anytime soon, so let's just get rid of it. And we are going to eventually have enough for this, but we don't have enough for it right now. Do I get rid of the lightning shard? That's so far in the future that I would need to worry about that I'm just not going to worry about it for now. We're going to tag Motherlode. This doubles our income for that. Unfortunately, we did lose one dungeon. We could use a brick shortage if we wanted to make our lives miserable. We're going to just throw that away. God damn it. And we can use a solar flare if we want. Do we want to? Yes. So our goal right now is just to save up enough bricks. God damn. We are having a rough time here. Let's see. Dwarven miners is useful. We might actually die because we don't have any, like, cheap thinger items. I'm going to toss the ogre. We were intending to use that after we use the shift, but we might not get a chance to because we just haven't found, we haven't gotten anything to boost our tower that's cheap. So our tower's just getting whittled down by the incidental damage. -1 quarry is very useful if I don't have any quarry to lose in the first place, right? We use full moon. Let's see. Enemy loses 6 bricks is very powerful at this point. If my tower is less than, we are going to use the ruby. We're going to use the bag of baubles immediately. Those Pegasi are really a rough thing to run into here. This like setup makes Pegasi really nightmarish. Okay, do I want to do... Yes, I'm going to innovations into rock stalkers. And we can tag this if we want, but that prevents us from boosting our tower by 3. Never mind. Let's do this, because then we can follow it up with this, which takes out a bunch of the bricks. Do we want to... Do we want to be pounding into their wall? I'm going to go foundations for now. And copying the tech right now gives us a 50% boost. I think it's worth it. There's the possibility that they get another boost. Let's see. Given my current things that I have available, I think that I am going to invest into dealing damage. We have a good number of damage tools, so I think it makes sense to use them. And we will use the Troll Tamer. If they get a Pegasus again, we die. We didn't die immediately. And even though we didn't die immediately, they still get another chance at it because they just... Wow. That was some clutch timing there. Okay, we're going to use this. This doubles our gem income. Using the quartz, using the harmonic ore, and use the dwarves for now. Get the sapphire out. We're no longer threatened, so now we stockpile recruits as best we can, I think. Unfortunately, if this comes down to recruits, there's a very high chance that they win. So they now have almost like 30% more recruit income than I do. So it looks like they're still going to be wasting it. Ooh, this is rough. I don't want to get rid of any of you. I have one less brick than I need to use this fucking dragon heart. I need the empathy gem. I can't get rid of the empathy gem. I think I need to get rid of the lava jewel. It's crazy to be in this situation, but I think I have to get rid of the lava jewel. If I don't use parity, I'm not going to be able to use anything else that I have right now. I need to use parity and follow it up with the Pearl of Wisdom. So that was such a rough position to be in. Let's see. Loses recruits and loses dungeon. We're immediately tagging this. That's a good bargain. Do we want to try to use the thief at some point? I don't think we do. I think we just toss the thief. That power burn is going to be clutch for me. We have parity. We're tagging parity. And now we get +4 per round. We can use the solar flare and we're done. Okay, so that's amazing for us. We can just use collapse. My hope is that they will periodically invest their beasts in a way that hurts them. But instead they're giving themselves... Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a net gain for me. We're going to toss the unicorn. We don't need it. And we're going to... this is a... Okay, we got the empathy gem in play. So we now have the same amount of recruit income they do. And they are still in... They're still in, like, using mode. They're not, like... They're not just stockpiling beasts. But they do keep getting cards that give them beasts for free, which is unfortunate for me. Players with the lowest wall lose 1 dungeon is very useful, but we're not getting there. So I'm going to get rid of forced labor. Are you kidding me? They just got another one! This is only a cost of 2. It's worth it just to cycle in a bunch of cards. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything super useful, but okay. Okay. The shift comes out. Okay, Fairy is a good deal. We are now ahead. So, all players lose bricks is not super useful. We'll just go ahead and use the basic wall. This is probably going to come down to tower, unless 300 is sufficient, which it might be. 300 sufficient. We got there. Okay. Whew. We got there. Let's see, it's 12:17. We have picked up Water Walk. We can't use Water Walk and Vampiric Order at the same time, though. Let's see. So let's go back over there. We're gonna pick up. Right. What else? Do we have any other expertises that we need? right now. Expert staff would be pretty handy, but I don't think that we want to invest into something like that. We have Expert Frost. You don't necessarily need to invest in Expert right now. Expert Spirit we can currently invest in. We're going to get Expert Spirit on a Spiritus? A Spiritus. Let's do that. So we'll have Spirit Expert now. I guess we could have gotten air up so that we could do that, but I'm not going to worry about it.
It's not open yet.
Okay, so okay. How many days do we have to wait? Jesus. It's like... It's Tuesday or something like that?
Welcome. A quiet welcome. A quiet room, you say.
And...
Welcome. A quiet
I'm
room.
pretty sure it's Tuesday. We have to wait so long. Getting to and from Daggerwound is a huge pain in the ass. The boats do not go very frequently.
Come aboard! Anchors away!
Okay. So we're going to disable Vampiric Weapon. We're going to activate this. With that being in play, we can now just approach these pirate captains and start clearing the pirate captains, I think. Is that our most efficient strategy right now? No, it's not. The most efficient strategy... you know what? Let's do it anyway. Who cares? We're going to go clear out those. It's possible that clearing out these will give me like way more EXP than I need. But also, if we do clear these out and they give us way too much experience, now is the time to clear them. Because we want to clear them when we have a lot of EXP to play with. Oh, but also, how am I going to loot you? I can probably loot you from there. Because I can just jump straight up. So we're going to clear Admiral Nelson. I think it should be feasible to do this with all of them. So once we got Nelson dealt with, we will move on to the next captain. Nice. How are we doing on EXP? So I think that one kill was worth a fairly large amount, right? So we're sitting on 3 there. So we're getting close to the point. We're basically waiting until Might and Magic 6 is a 9 instead of a currently 7. Once that's up to 9, that's when we're going. So we don't need to be on this side at all, I don't think. We need to go to the other side. So let's go deal with the next pirate captain. Once we've dealt with the next pirate captain, we'll get a boatload of experience off of that. Then we go to the third, get a boatload of XP off that. I just realized that I can actually just walk in the water. It's a thing that I can do. Okay, so we're going to save this. Oops, some to escape. Uh-oh. Did you escape? You did not escape. What are you doing? I didn't really want this projector. Now, maybe where I need you to be. Oh man. God, what a terrible position, actually. Come a bit closer. you get out of the little inlet that you're in? My God, I need you to move like 10 feet. Okay, let's go to the other side of this boat. Most likely this is gonna cause problems for me. Okay, maybe we're fine. Nope, he's... Okay, we got it locked in. We're fine. Whew! I don't actually know if we can loot him from here, but... That's not a huge deal if we can't loot him yet. We can come back and loot him at some point. So... We did get the loot. Save the game. Move on to the next pirate. There's one on the south side here as well. Yeah, so the enemies here on this island, in theory, we should be able to just, like, clear out. We don't need to worry about them too much, I think. So we're just going to rotate up to you. Please tell me you didn't fall in the water. You did not fall. Too high, I think. Oh, I can hit you from here. Okay, moved. So he's still too high to hit from the ground. Alright. So there's a thing blocking him from hitting me here. I should probably reset his position because there's a decent chance that he just kills me here. We have saved recently. It's fine if he kills me. We're gonna take the risk. This is like a very bad position to find in. You can see also that he's periodically like moving a little bit. Every time he slightly readjusts position like that, the probability that he just tags me is substantially raised again. Okay, we now have 8 and 6 evened out between the two of them. You know, I was thinking that I should wait until 6 was at 9. I think I probably should, right? Should I? It's hard to say. I don't know how close we are to the next thing. Let me take a look here. No, because if we get half a level here, it's not going to do it. Because if it was going to do it, then we'd have the next bolster level in 8. So we are actually going to immediately, now that we've killed those pirate admirals, we're leaving. We're heading to 6. The reason that we're heading to 6 now is that I'm actually going to have the other places, in particular 6, take priority in the case of a tie. So in the case of a tie between like the different locations, I want to make sure that I'm getting experience in the place that has the my brain broke. In the case of a tie, we want to go to the place that has the most experience in total available, and that's 6. 6 is the place where we're going to get more experience than the other 2 continents, I think. It's the 6 just is so massive. There's so much experience to be had there. I feel like we're probably going to be finishing 8 well before we finish 6. So with that being the case, we want to immediately immediately dive to 6, get that to the point where we get 9 here. When we can get 9 here, rather than continue to travel back and forth between these two locations, I might actually want to do some clearing in Ravenshore. The issue is that Ravenshore has higher level enemies. I'd prefer to do the clearing in Dagger Wound. It's just that we're going to be spending a huge amount of time, which realistically doesn't make a very large difference, but it feels kind of weird to be to be spending so much time, even though it really doesn't matter. So you need to equip something in this slot.
I can't carry anymore. I can't
And
repair it.
we have expert repair, so I should have probably trained before I came down here. But we can leave whenever we want. So I'm going to just start clearing. And at some point, we're going to get 8 up to the next level. Once 8 gets up to the next bolster level, that was silly of me. They do keep bolstering. You cannot just expect to dive into a pack of goblins and wipe them out. I think goblins are actually fairly strong for their level. Like if you compare goblins, which are about the same level as like a rat or the mages, I think that they're stronger than rats. And they are a lot, and both rats and goblins are massively stronger than the mages. Oh, I didn't actually change my gear. That's fine. Worry about that later. Okay, we're gonna try to pull some, but not all of this pack. I was kind of curious just how cocky we could be now, and the answer is really not very. This is a pretty small pack, but it's still going to be real dangerous for us at this particular juncture. It's going to be a while before we can get strong enough to be able to fight these lower level enemies in a safe way. I'm going to see if I can... This. It's not going to make a huge difference. It's not our weakest link in terms of survivability, but we don't have shared life, so it doesn't matter. If somebody else is dying, it doesn't matter if they increase the durability on them. But if we could get to here before we lose anybody, we might be able to fight these successfully from in here. So what I'm going to try to do is rotate around the other side of this. So we're going to rotate from here. And the hope here is that we get them to come across to this side. We have fewer of them to play with in this section. And then we can get into cover here. And from here are okay. At the moment, this is looking fairly promising. They haven't all gotten into position though, so it's not like somebody's gotten into position and started attacking me. So somebody's able to hit me, question mark, when I attack or hit them? I think they're like losing their line of sight after... Okay. We have a huge pack right outside. My guess is eventually we're going to have leaks that will be coming at us in here. I think that those attacks are fake. I don't think they can actually hit us. So person maintaining the region. Right. A good reason why it is optimal to not have your person maintaining the regen also be your healer, but they're both body spells, you know? What are you gonna do? Okay. Interestingly enough, there's like nobody on the other side of this. It's all on this side for now, so... I should be able to fight like a couple of these fairly comfortably. So we can probably make this work. This is going way better than I would have expected. Wow, it's almost like having a fortress on your side is really useful. Okay, concerning. So, that boss, ooh, is a polar. Okay, that is very concerning. If we can get the polar down, I forgot that I could just look up and hit them over the wall. Right, like, yeah, their heads visible over the wall. I'm a dope. Let's see here. Once it had like gotten into a position where it's close enough to the wall, I can just beat on it and not worry about it at all. Okay, the polar's down. With the polar down, I think we should be in pretty good shape. I don't know how many more Goblin Kings there are in play. Whoa! That was a big hit. Two goblins down. Okay, we do have a Goblin King here that... Oh, we can just hit the wall apparently, so let's finish that off, question mark? Okay. Okay, we have not reached the point where 8 is at level 9. I was concerned that we were actually killing too many enemies here, because I have no idea how long it's going to take. Fuck. You know, if only it wasn't noon. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. It's the instantaneous projectiles that's getting you sometimes. When they cast a spell, the spell comes out before the animation finishes. So, you don't have... Basically... And I don't know what it is. For whatever reason, with this wall specifically, there seems to be an issue where it is... they're hitting me with their projectiles through the wall. And that is a puller, so we need to get the fuck in there. Before, God damn it, I'm gonna die. I fucked up the pull too badly, probably. I fucked up the pull too badly. If I had gotten the pull done a little bit better, we would have been fine. Okay. No. Okay. Why are you in here? Okay. we need this one burned down. Please? I need you to actually hit the target. Please. Thank you. Okay. God, that... I can't believe that we lost that one. That's so sad. I don't know where the boss is. Yeah, we need to get... We got Spirit up to Expert, but we don't have the Preservation spell yet. But yeah, you can see the fires hitting me here. Like, you saw the fire get through the wall. So which is probably why we can hit through the wall here. If there's something going on with the wall where it's like a pseudo wall. It's like a Pokemon, it's pseudo wallow. I love that Pseudo Widow is not like grass type. And it's not grass type specifically because it's not actually like a plant. That's such a great little like bit where it's just like, oh yeah, Pseudo Widow. It looks like a plant, but it's not actually a plant. It's actually just a rock. The Pseudo Widow. Okay. We have 20 minutes left. We should be done here by then. And then I need to go crazy prepping this house for the weekend. I can't believe I actually cleared the boss and then died to one random Goblin King. It's very sad. Eventually they're going to like release en masse and we're gonna have to pull out. We might be able to handle these three without needing to move, but there's also some movement in the back there that we have to keep an eye on. Are you fucking kidding me? What is this? The speed with which they are casting these spells. I was barely visible for like a fraction of a second. Oh my god. Okay, game. I need for you to not do that to me again. I wonder if I can fight them from upstairs. Can I fight them from upstairs, actually? Would it be better to fight them from up there? I don't imagine it would be. Let's try going upstairs and seeing if we can... I don't think so, because I think that if we go upstairs, they're all just going to rotate in. Oh, jeez. Well, you know, you pulled me right where I needed to be, but unfortunately you got lethal when you did it, so... my life becomes sad yet again. You know what we're going to do? Because we know that that'll work. Instead, we're going to do something crazy. Nope, that's not what I needed. We're gonna stand right here. I don't know that this will work, like, at all. It certainly isn't gonna work well once those start doing their shit, right? Like, once those start pounding into me, this goes badly. But I could do that. But I don't want to. I want to make this work because I think that this is a cool strat, and I want to make it work. So why did you just fall out of the sky? God damn it. These are just going to push from both sides. They were working that door real hard there. All right, we're gonna actually just try to go in this way. We're gonna see if this works. God damn it! It's definitely not gonna work if I run into an enemy like that. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna try to go around this side. See if we can make this work more consistently by doing this. Jeez. Oh man, I keep getting body blocked, and I shouldn't be. The thing is that like the knowing how to move to avoid getting body blocked, like that's like an actual like skill. That's not like it's not like random that I'm getting them blocking me. There's a degree of randomness to their movement, but like I have openings and I'm choosing bad directions and like I'm just taking bad. I'm making bad decisions. Okay, so this should be fairly good for me. How are we doing on our ceiling? Okay, we have one there. Clear this one out. That's toast. We have a Goblin King here. But yeah, it is going to be... It's going to be made more difficult by the fact that they do have the ability... These Goblin Kings can really fuck me up. I don't have enough money to buy preservation, I don't think. So...
Go.
Immediately. Unfortunately, we don't have the boss with us right now. So, I don't know how we're going to unlock the boss from where it's currently locked in at. I think what we might end up doing is making a beeline for the coast. If we make a beeline for the coast, you know, it also occurs to me that if I was like a couple levels higher, they would have a more difficult time just to get in. And also, Earth resistance would probably help quite a bit. Because right now, we're kind of like at the cusp of getting insta-gibbed by a lot of these effects. Where we're kind of just barely getting insta-gibbed. If we had a bit of extra endurance, we would potentially be surviving attacks that we're currently dying to. So this is how I should be handling this. So, now that we've gotten them here, do I want to save this? Where is the boss? Where the fuck is the boss? I feel like the boss should be visible from here, right? Okay. Those are stuck at the moment. Okay, the boss is there. Holy shit. That was unfortunate. Let's go over here. We have... I think we make a beeline for the coast. Okay, who's following us? It's not the boss, I don't think. It's not the boss. We're actually gonna get back under cover over here. Shit! We're gonna fuck up our movement. Okay. They should all be approaching from the same side, which means we can lock them in here. One of them is now gonna be in an awkward position. We should be able to take it out on its own. Also, this pack that we were dealing with by the coast, I think is just goblins and goblin shamans. So, but we do have the one that leaked as well. I don't know what that is. So there was one that leaked that we killed already, or that we just hit. I don't know. We probably didn't kill it, no. But there was one normal goblin that leaked, and we don't know what the other one that leaked was, or if it might not have even fully leaked. It was leaked at the time that I left, but it could have gotten trapped in that pack again after I got distracted by needing to do other things. I think we can just walk away and save now. Yes. So we can walk away and save. We have 11 minutes. We are still at 8. So we need to pull these somehow. This one is pullable. There's at least a few moving. One of them's the boss. So we're diving into this corner, and the hope is if we've got the Goblin King puller down, the rest of this pack should be fairly manageable, I think. So this is just going to come down to clearing this one out. Once this is down, we start clearing the others, with the understanding that if we're too close to the wall, I think if we back away from the wall a bit, the projectiles can't hit us through the wall anymore. But if we're further away from the wall, they will they'll move closer to us, and we have more leak events to deal with. But whoops, wrong level speed. We have a leak there. This is a goblin. We have a Goblin King here. Okay. So, we've cleared out the boss. The boss has dropped a ring. We can save the game? No, because these have released. So we're gonna... Oh god. No. 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 That was so fucking close. Oh my god, it's still not done. You fucking kidding me? That's 4 attacks in a row. The one that leaks is a Goblin King. And after it leaks, it tosses a firebolt at me. Why? This is... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna get over here. Oh, they're fully leaking now. Ooh, this is a concern. This is gonna be an ugly mess. Ooh, and the puller's right here. Oof. Because it's this close to me, I can't I can't see it while I'm just looking up like this. I would need to move, I think. Oh, actually, never mind. We can hit it from here, maybe? I don't know if we can hit it consistently from here, but this is going to work for now. So we'll use this for now. We'll clear these, whatever ones are clearable here. Eventually, I might stop hitting it, some of these, and they'll still be alive, but they'll just be lower HP. It kind of depends. I don't know who I'm hitting there. That looks like a Goblin King that's not the boss, so... I'm just very confused, because it looked like it was getting hit, even though I didn't see, like, normal Goblin King on the list. Okay, the puller is down. We're going back to normal speed. Got one of the kings down. Okay. That's toast. The Goblin King here that just hit us through the wall with a firebolt. Jeez, that hit so hard. I think we might be okay here. We're gonna sit on this. That guy can hit us. Okay, Goblin King's down. That was a shaman hitting us, I think, because it didn't do nearly as much damage as I would have expected from the king. Alright. So, we're gonna try to disengage again. We can go straight down, but we can't really realistically make that work. Not with them immediately leaking like that. This one we might be able to get done. Let's go. We got the save. The really funny thing is that we could have saved. Just now we were in the green. It's just that they were aggroed, and I should have just saved anyway. Because we had already killed the polar. So, we're clearing out this one. There's probably still Goblin Kings in this pack. And we do have the ones downstairs coming as well. We're going to lure as many of these as we can to a slightly better position. We don't want to get swarmed, but as long as we don't get swarmed, we should be okay here. Golden, golden, golden. Next. Keep golden. We got... I think that's a wrap. Let's go. 66% clearance, and we're at 9. So we can leave now, and we can loot these chests. So we're going to go back to Might and Magic 8, and we're just going to kill a level's worth of enemies there. And that'll be great. So
We don't need this. Let's leave it behind.
The shinies here are not going to be super impressive for the most part, but the enemies that which is why I wanted to loot all the chests that I could as soon as I get to these areas, because the stuff that I'm getting from the chests isn't going to improve if I come back, right? So I want to be making sure that I'm, at least I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure that the chests don't scale the way the enemies do when you leave and come back. I'm pretty sure that the loot in there will be just fully set. Not like, oh, it's set, but also it can be like increased in eye level, which is, I guess, possible. I haven't confirmed that that's...
How lucky.
Body and mind resistance. Not very many people that can use this. And we can just slap that on you, because I think that makes the most sense. Let's save it up. And... mission successful.
I don't know how.
We've gotten a little bit more EXP. We have the ability to get to level 16. And we're going to go back to Might and Magic 8 and clear out more of the pirates next time. So that is going to be it for today. So thank you for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure streaming this for you today. We're making some pretty sizable progress, and I hope to see you again next time when we'll hopefully be making even more progress. Later, folks.